Hacker here. I need you riding shotgun with me. It's high school football coverage like you've never seen before. Duval County, St. Johns County, Clay, Nassau, Baker. We're going to get after it and get an in-depth look at these programs all over Northeast Florida. This is Hackers High School Football Tour. Let's go. Here at Tigertown on North Main Street, all of this, the locker room, the weight room, is new within the last 2 years thanks to the leadership of head coach Christopher Foy. And this stadium, this field, used to be home to some greats like Leon Washington, Hall of Fame coach Kevin Sullivan. And with Christopher Foy and his staff, Tigers are getting to where they were again. This is Andrew Jackson football. Let's go.
Again, let's go.
When you're coming up chest high, like you're gonna bull rush, stick your arm out, and then you're dipping under.
We are out at Jackson High School. I have memories on this field, bad memories from 20 years ago when the Jackson Tigers kind of reigned supreme in the city. They're getting to that point again. The man sitting next to me is a big reason why. Grayson Howard of the Jackson Tigers. Grayson, how are you, man?
Good to you, good to you.
Good, man. Appreciate you having us out. And, well, first things first, I saw you earlier at practice today, and I couldn't believe it. Kudos to you. You were actually coaching your fellow linebackers, your fellow defensive linemen, through a drill. There were no coaches there because they're relying on you to provide the tutelage. So not only are you the star player, not only are you the South Carolina commitment, but you're helping the younger guys in the program. It's unbelievable, man. That's awesome.
I really appreciate it. It's a responsibility that I have here. You know, sometimes in some households, somebody has to have two jobs. So, you know, I'm proud to be able to handle it. I mean, Coach Foy does an absolute job. You know, we'll talk about what I'm going to run, and you know, I'll go up, blessed to go on all these visits, take some stuff back, and teach it to my guys.
High school seniors, at least in my experience, I have never seen a player like you, a highly touted recruit like you, coach your teammates like that. Where does that come from? Where does that leadership come from?
You know, my dad's retired Navy. He did 22 years, so leadership was always a part of my life. Coach Foy is a great leader. He puts, you know, great coaching stuff around us. So, I mean, just that everything that Coach Foy is about just spills onto me and spills onto the team. So I just, you know, reciprocated and helped the team in any way I can.
It was 2+ decades ago. Leon Washington, Kevin Sullivan, the head coach. They were winning game after game after game every Friday night on this field. Then some downtimes at Jackson High School. There's no question about that. You guys are working your way back up. You're off to a great start this year. Why does there seem to be a turnaround going on here at Jackson High School?
The biggest thing is Coach Sullivan. He set the standard of how Jackson football should be played. You know, we have a lot of great players in the 23 class at our senior year. So this year it's all or nothing. So we're putting it all together this year, and we're leaving it all on the field because in a couple months football season will be over and you can't turn back. So you give it all you got, and Coach Foy is leading us in the right direction. Like I said, we have great people, great staff, great admin around the school, just great people that's coming to support us. So, you know, we're just moving forward, and it's week by week, win by win, so we're getting after it.
Is there a sense of pride that you're one of the main guys leading Jackson High School back to where they once were?
Yes, sir. Definitely a pride, and I definitely take, you know, a deep blessing in it. God has blessed me with my talents, and, you know, I talk to Coach Sullivan all the time, and make sure that he knows that, you know, we're taking Jackson to how he had it.
Grayson, there are thousands of high school football players in this country. There are very few that are ranked higher than you are. You are very high on a lot of boards. you are committed to South Carolina. Do you ever think about that, the hard work you've put in, just kind of how revered you are in the recruiting circles in this country?
Yes, sir. It's definitely a blessing. Like I said, guys blessed me very well. You take a deep breath and you come back to practice. You get in the weight room, you suffer under Coach Foy, and that's what keeps you humble. Because Coach Foy, he's going to win no matter what. I think he's up like, I want to say about 3 on me in the weight room. Some days he just absolutely kills you, but always it's going to be a challenge. So the weights humble you, the conditioning humbles you, practice humbles you, and Coach Foy is, I couldn't ask for a better coach to keep me level-headed and keep me working every day.
Won't be long till you're in the Southeastern Conference. You're committed to the University of South Carolina. What was it about Shane Beamer? What was it about the Gamecocks?
The first thing is that it's definitely SEC. You want to be the best, you got to play the best. There's nothing like SEC heat, SEC competition, SEC notoriety. So everything about the SEC is definitely what I'm about. Coach Beamer is a great man for the position. He's changing the program around. There was a 2-win team to a 7-win team beat UNC for the bowl game. So it was real good for his first year. They had a good win last weekend, and we're moving on up. So like I said, it's everybody that's surrounded by the university. I will always give praise to Coach Day. He's a strength coach. He reminds me so much of Coach Foy, and I think that everybody at the university has your best interests at heart. Coach Clayton White, he's a defense coordinator and linebackers coach. Me and him have a close relationship. We talk ball. We talk everything. I met his family, met his kids, all that good stuff. So it's a family feel, and I know that he's going to develop me. Also, the nutritionist, I'm real close with her. It's just a family up there, and I couldn't choose anybody better place to play.
Grayson, as we wrap up, 2 final thoughts. Number 1, forgive me, got to ask you. A lot of Seminole fans, a lot of Gator fans, a lot of Hurricane fans are going to watch this. They're all still holding out hope. Are you done? Are you going to take any more visits, or are you heading to Columbia, South Carolina?
I'm heading to Columbia, South Carolina.
You heard it here. He's heading to Columbia, South Carolina, so stop tweeting the guy. There's no question about that. Finally, what do you want people to know watching this Hackers High School football tour about Jackson High School? What do you want people to know about the Tigers moving forward?
We definitely work each and every day. There's no off days for us, and it's in God's hands. Like I said, Coach Foy is a great leader, and we're going to do great things on Friday nights. Don't take us as a freebie game, because we're going to hit you in the mouth. Straight like that, smash mouth football, and we're going to play football on Friday nights. Go Tigers.
Good. That's good, Willie. That's good. Inside shoulder, Thomas. Right. You're inside. You're here.
Our tour of Jackson High School football continues. We got Terrence, TJ Holland here with us. Terrence, how are you, man?
Good to you.
Appreciate you having us out. What is it about Jackson this year? You guys off to a red-hot start, big victories already in the first 3 weeks of the year. Why do you think you guys are playing such good football right now?
We stay together as a team. It's a brotherhood. Coach bring us early in the year to stay together, the weight room. It's just a brotherhood. Just be around your brothers and build that bond through everything. It's just a blessing.
It wasn't long ago that this football stadium was home to a really, really good public school program.
Yes, sir.
Then some downtimes happened, no question. Christopher Foy, your head coach, is doing a great job in bringing the program back. What is it about Coach Foy? Why has he been successful here?
Coach Foy turn every little thing he can get his hands on to something big. It doesn't matter if it's big or small. He'll change it real easy.
Terrence, TJ Holland here with us. All right, so you at the wide receiver position, who do you model your game after? Who are some of the guys you look up to?
Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Antonio Brown when he was playing, stuff like that.
Is that what you see yourself in college as a wide receiver? I know you play a little defensive back as well.
Yes, sir, I do.
So you are going to be a wide receiver?
Yes, sir.
What schools are you looking at? I know your class of 2023. You're telling me you got quite a list.
Yes, sir. Georgia Southern, Mercer, Bethune, Alabama State, Middle Tennessee.
And you are still wide open?
Yes, sir.
Good for you. Enjoy the process. No question about that. You don't have to make a decision anytime soon. As we wrap up here, TJ, what do you want people to know that are watching this about Jackson High School and about Jackson football, about this 2022 Jackson Tiger football team?
It's just a blessing for us to be around, but we're going to stay humble. beat everybody that come my way, and just stay together as a team. I don't see nobody else beating us the rest of this year.
Wow, big comment, but the way they're playing, I don't doubt it.
Hey, somebody like it!
We're joined now by the head man out here at Jackson High School, head coach Christopher Foy. Coach, how we doing?
All right, how you doing, Coach?
Coach, first off, thank you very much for having us out here. We certainly appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
I got to say something. We talked to Grayson Howard earlier.
Yes, sir.
Unbelievably impressive young man. But then I saw him during practice coaching up his fellow linebackers,
Yes.
defensive ends, going through the drills with them. I've never seen a high school football player do that, take that kind of leadership like he took moments ago that I witnessed. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Well, Coach, he's also, and quite a few of our players play a huge role in game planning for us. They watch as much film as we do. And so once I realized that, even with this great body I have, I can't play anymore. They're the ones doing it. So when you get them to own it, that's kind of what you get.
Okay, well, there's no doubt. 25 years ago, 20 years ago, one of the best teams in the state of Florida was on this football field. And then Kevin Sullivan leaves. Things go downhill. Jackson has struggled for a while now. You come in, and in a very short amount of time, Jackson football not only is relevant again, they're good again. How have you turned this ship around?
Well, it's been an entire buy-in with the administration, the community, and the kids. I'm a strength guy by trade. I'm a weight room guy, and once the kids begin to see themselves develop, not just physically but mentally, after that we had some direction, and you got to remember I had Kevin to kind of to lean on. So that's what's so fascinating about him. When he got it done the first time, I don't think he had anybody. It was just his vision and his desire to help this community. I had him, and so that's the reason why it was able to happen in such little time.
When public school programs fall on bad times, some never get up. You guys have gotten up, and I just think it's kudos to you and your staff. Did you think it would happen this quickly? I mean, you have not been the head coach here very long.
Third season.
Yeah.
I can't take all the credit. I have to. Every coach in Duval County helped us. We started from ground zero. We didn't have a weight room. We didn't have much equipment, and the little equipment we had was hadn't been maintained in a while. But every coach in this in this area in Duval County, they helped us. They gave us something, and they all had one message: football in Jacksonville is better when Jackson football is better. And so if we can get it where we don't have any potholes for our kids, anywhere for kids to kind of slip through the cracks all over our city, it really helps all of us.
Have you given the kids the message? I mean, again, when I was at Wolfson High School 20 plus years ago, you come to 48th and North Main Street on a Friday night, you were probably leaving with an L. I mean, that was a good football team with Kevin Sullivan. Have you taught your kids the history of Jackson football? Do they know what this program once was?
Not all the way yet. We're still working on producing that culture. I mean, of course, they've heard the stories. Leon has talked to them. Coach Sullivan is here all the time. He gave us a really special relic that we use for our pregame. That it's kind of sacred, but they understand. I mean, they know it. Do they fully understand it yet? I don't know, but that's a work in progress, and I think you can see it in how they're performing.
I think Grayson Howard obviously is the most well-known player you have. By the way, again, unbelievable young man. Really enjoyed talking with him. But this team is more than Grayson Howard. You got a lot of really good players out here.
Yes. Terrence Holland, I think he's leading the city right now in receptions, and I know in return, I mean, all-purpose yards, it's through the roof right now. And it's no surprise. I mean, he was in that spot last year before he got injured in the Reigns game. I mean, he still ended up in the top 10 receivers in our class, and he only played 3.5 games.
Wow.
Fred Gaines, we got a young quarterback now in King Johnson, who's really, I mean, he's studied. He's been with us for his entire time, and so he understands our system. And so it's these guys they're really gelling together. They understand what we expect, and we also understand what they expect. It's how we keep our facility now. It's a sense of pride, and we tell them every day that, hey, they're worth it. They're worth it.
As a high school football coach, as we begin to wrap up, it's not just coaching on Friday nights. I've seen you talking to every kid out here today. You come in on Saturdays and mow the grass on your practice field to have that ready for the following day's practice. I mean, you have embraced Jackson football as their head coach.
And I should. It's the expectation. That's the way it should be. And you know, I'm an alum here, and you know, we get so much support from guys who, and for a long time, that was silent and it didn't exist. And you find out that no one ever reached out to them. You know, it's kind of like the old, you know, you show love, you get love shown back, and that's what we are.
As we wrap up, Coach, what do you want people to know watching Hackers High School football tour here about Jackson football and about where you guys are going?
We want everybody to know that we're a relationship, you know, established program. You know, our most sacred thing for us right now is that scoreboard. You know, we take so much pride in what Coach Sullivan did to establish this. You know, and we embrace that. We embrace people. You know, it is Leon calling back. It is Coach Sullivan. It is, you know, the class of '87. You know, windscreen in the stadium. It is the class of '93 and '90 that resodded our field because we had nothing but sand in the middle. And so it's been all of those things. That's our most prized possession right now. Is and you know, when you consider what Coach Rock and Coach Shell left us. You know, it is going through that gate, and you know, I see it every day. You know, I come in and I say the same thing. Me and my son, when we drive in, hey, all right, let's get them, boys. That's what it's the relationships we've had, the opportunity to establish that make this program what it is.
Here at Tigertown on Main Street, the Jackson football program has a lot of traditions. Coach Foy, talk about some of those traditions with us.
Well, you know, we had an unfortunate event. Last year we lost two of our young coaches, Coach Lynn Shell and Donald Rocker Jr. And so one of the things we like to do is pay tribute to those two young coaches with the Rock Shell helmet sticker. And every time we break it down like that, we work out before every team meal, before every meet, we always break it down 1, 2, 3 Rock, 4, 5, 6 Shell. And the other thing is, of course, you know, the field dedication to Coach Sullivan. It's meant so much to us. It was an honor for us to be a part of that because he is who established, you know, the nightmare on that Main Street. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you to head coach Christopher Foy and the Jackson Tigers for their unbelievable hospitality here on Hackers High School football tour, brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Best of luck to the Tigers the remainder of 2022. Clay County, it's your turn. We're coming your way next week as Hackers High School football tour rolls on. Let's go.